This is not an apology. I'm going to give you the language of what is not an apology, but what narcissists try to pass off as apologies in this video. And also in this video, I'm going to give you the language of what is a real apology. So stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. And on this channel, in these videos, I give you real tips and tricks, actual resources that actually help you when you're negotiating with, communicating with, or dealing with narcissists in your business, in your personal life, wherever. And maybe it's when you're first waking up in the morning and you're trying to negotiate with yourself, with your self-worth, trying to negotiate your way out of this situation. And if that sounds good to you, I invite you to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that maybe you can stick around and feel like you're turning the tides on this whole thing. So let's talk about what an apology is and what an apology is not. So what do narcissists try to pass off as apologies? So they might say things like, I'm sorry, but it didn't work out. I'm sorry, but you were the one. I'm sorry, but I got stuck in traffic. I'm sorry, but I had to work. I'm sorry, but your mom this. I'm sorry, but you this. Maybe they try to blame it on you. They try to blame it on something that happened, so that you don't really necessarily feel like you really got an apology out of the whole deal. You don't feel good. You kind of feel icky about the whole thing. So that's not an apology. Another thing that's not an apology is, I'm sorry, you feel this way. That kind of like pushes it back on you. You don't feel like you got an apology out of that deal now, do you? That's not an apology either. You know what else isn't an apology? I'm sorry, but, no one else ever. I'm sorry, but you're the only one. Everybody else. Those are the kinds of phrases that narcissists use. And if you want to know more about narcissists' favorite catchphrases, you can definitely check out my video on the narcissist favorite catchphrases, because those are the kinds of things that you only hear narcissists saying. Okay, so another one is, I'm sorry, but you're just being too sensitive. You're overreacting. I know you want an apology, but you're really just overreacting. I didn't do anything. I would apologize, but you're really just crazy. That's gaslighting. That's what that is. There's nothing that I need to apologize for because you're just overreacting. You're gaslighting. There's nothing that I did wrong. That's also not an apology. Not an apology. And I'm sorry you got offended. I'm sorry if you're offended. That also pushes it back on you. That's also not an apology. Okay. Those kinds of things do not make you feel like you've been heard. When you get a real apology, you feel like you've been heard. Real apologies express regret. Real apologies say, I take responsibility for what I did. I was wrong. I was supposed to do something and I didn't. I accept the blame. And then at period, end of story, there's no but after that. But there's none of that. Or how can I make amends? What can I do to make this up to you? And there's nothing else after that. There's no conditions that are imposed upon that. That also makes you feel better about it. So, real apologies, at the end of the day, you feel like there's some closure to the situation. You feel like you've been heard. You feel like, this person actually has accepted responsibility in their behavior. You feel like there's been a recognition for what they have done. and that your feelings have been heard, and that there has been a communication in that. So, and oftentimes they ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me. And then after that, you see a difference in their behavior going forward. A lot of times with narcissists, you'll just hear them say, well, let's just forget it. That's something else that you'll see with their apologies. Why don't we just forget this? Let's just move forward. Why are we dwelling on this? That's not an apology either. So, a lot of times you'll see that with narcissists as well. Oh, I love you. Oh, well, let's just forget this. That's something you'll get with narcissists too. They don't want to have to acknowledge their own behavior, right? So, that's not an apology either. So, and sometimes they'll even use "I love you" to manipulate you. And I've got a whole video on what narcissists mean when they say "I love you." So you should definitely check that out as well. So, and if there's when they're saying sorry, not sorry, definitely write that in the comments. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so if you are getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me that comment. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Join my free private Facebook group at Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. I'm so glad that you stopped by my channel and that you're here. Remember, today is always a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will definitely see you in the next video.